Hello YouTube, how are you doing on this fine, lovely afternoon? Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. I want to talk about a certain subject that I feel a lot of people don't touch upon. And that is going to be sadness, which includes being depressed. Not saying that I am someone to be depressed or whatever, but I have battled depression before, and sadness is a terrible thing to go through. I've been in a state of sadness that I've lost all emotions. And I was like that for 2-3 years. And I still battle depression. I mean, you guys don't see it, but I don't really show it, but I do battle it. And if you were to meet me on the streets, you would never tell. And sorry, I'm picking apart a little loom bracelet that broke. But the one thing about it is, there's a few things that I'm going to touch upon. One thing is, in the state of depression that I was in, everything was so dull and an everyday life situation. It was just, I didn't do anything. Because I didn't feel like I was worth it. But I've realized that. And one of the biggest things, and it was one of the hardest things, is realizing that you're someone else and not what everybody says you are, and people have a problem with you or something, That's one of the biggest things that can cause depression. And I want to say, don't get stuck in a rut. If you're truly depressed, and I know it might not seem like anything, but don't do the same things you do every day. Switch it up. And one of the things that I started YouTube is because I realized, I'm someone else, and I can get my information out there. I can get, well, not information, but I can get who I am to everybody else. And even if it feels like people don't like you, which I was in that for a long time too. Nobody liked me. I was a solo guy. So I started my own way of doing things. And one of the things was drawing. I was into that a lot. But when you open your eyes from depression, you realize that everything is so beautiful, and you can't help just to look around and realize what's around you, and take a cloudy day like today and realize that it's really something amazing. And YouTube, in a lot of ways, helped me with that. I didn't really think I was much of anything. I didn't think that this YouTube channel would get this much of a hit that I have right now, and it really does help me a lot, along as putting out good content for everybody to watch. Get out there, do different things, and it's really just a great thing, not sadness, but not feeling depressed. And I'm not trying to show off, but I'm here to tell you guys how I've been, battling depression, how I've got over it. And everybody says you'll get over it one day and just not to worry about it. That's not true, I'm tired of hearing people, oh, I don't want to live no more, I don't want to do this. I'm tired of that. I don't really want to hear that. Even though, I've never did anything to harm myself, but to prevent people who are going to, and I know my words, if they're going to, really won't change a thing. But and this is going to sound really just fake for a second. Don't act like you have depression. And I know that's one of the hardest things to do. But act. Act like you're happy. Because after a while, it's going to become instinct to act And after feeling like it's instinct, it's gonna happen. One day you're gonna finally find out that, you know, all this time, it doesn't really feel like it's bothering me anymore. And that's a great thing. It really is. I mean, some people battle it in ways that I won't suggest. Like, some people use drugs or whatever. Don't. Because you know what? It only does last for as long as the drug lasts. It's not a permanent fix, and it does make you feel worse. And I'm sorry if this video's out of the blue, but it's just something that was on my mind, and I felt like I had to get it out to you guys. So, rubber band. Don't think as stuff as just another thing. Think of it as separate. You know, if you're, you know, and one of the things that people are really sad about is, or sometimes is, because they don't do anything. You know, they stay in the house or whatever. And this is a really strange way about being depressed and losing people too. I mean, it's all. But even if it doesn't make no sense, sit in your backyard. Sit outside. And do that every day. And just look around. And that's why a lot of the times on these videos, you'll see my eyes, they'll go everywhere or whatever. And it's not really because I'm depressed anymore, but it's more just realizing things, and you know, I'm happy for this gift to sit outside and to not be sad. And it isn't really something to be joked about, you know. And I don't even like it when people say, oh, or they'll lose a game or something. You know, I don't even know why I bother. I don't want to be here. You know, it's not true. And I always try to tell people that I'm around, you know, don't say that, because it's really not like that. But I'm sorry, I'm a little off this video because this is a touchy subject, but you know, I'm sorry. But there isn't much more I could say because I'm running out of time. But don't look at things you would as if you're depressed. Don't, you know, you look at something and you say, I don't want to do it, it's boring, it won't mean anything to me. It could be the stupidest thing. Do it. There's no easier way to say it. Just do it. There's no it looks boring or whatever, you know. Even if people say, hey, come join us outside, and you're in the house, just go outside. You know, don't try to avoid it or whatever, you know. Don't revolve your life around depression. You need to show yourself that who I am is not a depressed person. I am someone very happy who could take any situation. And this is how I am. I could take any situation and I could turn it into a happy moment. And there's certain things you gotta do that people won't even think of, and they'll be like, that's stupid. It's not. But I would love to touch more on this subject. But what I want to say is just, and this is going to sound stupid, open your eyes to what's around you. What you do have instead of what you don't have. You know, but alright. For now, I'm gonna say peace. There's gonna be a video coming up right after this, so it's not gonna be about the same subject, but I'm just letting you guys know I usually won't say that, but for right this minute, I'm gonna say peace.